This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Hello and welcome to our special show, Bajaj Allianz Know Your Heart. I'm Gargi Rawat. In the course of this pandemic and lockdown in the past few months, our health and health of our loved ones has been a primary concern for all of us. That's what we're going to talk about today on this show. It's not just the worry of actually contracting the virus, but worry of our overall health, our immunity, comorbidities that have come into focus, especially cardiac health during this crisis. Medical care and the importance of insurance is also something that's come into focus. So to talk more about our heart health, overall health and economic health, today on the show we're joined by Mr. Tapan Singhal, MD and CEO, Bajaj Allianz General Insurance, Dr. Upendra Kaul, Chairman, Batra Heart Center and Cardiologist, Sarvesh Shashi, CEO and co-founder of Sarva and Diva Yoga, and Dr. Shikha Sharma, nutritionist and CEO at Dr. Shikha Sharma's NutriHealth Systems. Dr. Kaul, I'd really like to begin with you and, ask about the health of our hearts, because during the course of this pandemic, when you talk about health, there's also been a focus on comorbidities. And in that case, the cardiac health comes up. So, and it compounds the fear from coronavirus, because it can compound, the problems that we face. So tell us more about, the challenges that you've been seeing that people are facing, given the twin challenges of coronavirus, and if you have any sort of concerns regarding your heart.
Well, you see, the lungs and the heart are very intimately connected, both in terms of space as well as the connections. And we know that coronavirus primarily affects the lungs through droplet infection. But once the lungs get affected modestly, moderately, or severely, heart can get affected, number one, by direct contiguity, because it's close, and you can have inflammation of the heart, what we call as myocarditis, and the person can complain of shortness of breath. At that stage, it can become difficult to find out whether the shortness of breath is because of pneumonia, because pneumonia also leads to shortness of breath, or is it related to the injury to the heart. And there are some blood tests to differentiate that, but whenever such a situation happens, that means the biomarkers in the blood are grossly elevated. Anyway, it's a very serious COVID infection. The other way heart can be affected, because it's an inflammatory disease. The blood vessels which are supplying the heart can get inflamed, and if they are already abnormal, they are very rapidly can get into a total blockage of the artery and produce a heart attack, like the heart attack which we usually see. But any patient who coming during the COVID era with acute symptoms, which we go on talking about, chest pain, sudden breathlessness, sweating, lowering of blood pressure, has to be treated like a heart attack, whether it is COVID era or it's not COVID era, because it is time which is extremely important. Earlier you treat it, the better it is. And this is a challenge, but I think over a period of time, at least in the metro cities, the patients of heart attack are being managed well. The only problem is patients come late. So persons who have got these symptoms, irrespective of whether he has a contact of COVID in his home or the containment area, or he is not in a containment area, must rush to a nearest hospital to get an ECG done and the further treatment done.
Right. This is something we've been hearing a lot about, people being reluctant or worried about, going to hospitals. Now, there's been a lot of stress also on the economic front during this entire time, be it, due to the lockdown, people's jobs being under some sort of threat, of course, the economic turmoil that we're finding ourselves in. And I think at no other time like now, it's a time when you don't want to worry about getting hospitalized, isn't it, Mr. Singhal? So if you could tell us a bit about, the importance of insurance during a time like this.
See, if you look at it, and you rightly said, I think, in the economic scenario that people are in today, I think, and the issue with COVID is, if I look at the living memory of human beings in today's time, nobody has seen a crisis which lasted so long. People have seen crises like maybe a tsunami or an earthquake. It happened 1-2 days, it's over. Whatever losses happened, you rebuild and you carry on. In this, because of prolonged crisis being there, the stress levels are very high, economic scenario gets bad. Last thing you want is that if somebody gets COVID and you go to a hospital, and today if I look at the average cost of COVID treatments coming to about 2 lakh rupees, and there's some hospitals asking for minimum 5 lakh rupees for a person to be admitted in, and then you require this money. And because you're afraid of spending this money, you don't get you treated well. And you just heard what Dr. Batra mentioned, that in terms of if you don't treat yourself well in time, it can lead to serious complication. And for what? A good corona cover just cost about what, 7 rupees in a year? Hardly anything, no? And that is okay, specific to corona. A good health policy will cost about 5,000 rupees a year? Hardly anything. Why should we not be well covered? Nothing happens, very good. No, at least my money will get used for somebody else for being treated. If something happens, the last thing I want to be stressed about is spending money for my treatment. I think so. It's very, very critical that we take care of these parts. We should not stress you if things go wrong.
All right, we're going to ask you more about that corona cover. But before that, Dr. Shikhar Sharma, I'm sure you have a lot to say about, the kind of nutrition during this time. There's been a lot of focus on boosting immunity. People have been taking all kinds of, home remedies, home treatments, trying to eat healthy as well during this time. And not just to prevent coronavirus, even those who've suffered from the disease, post the disease, it's also very important.
Yes, absolutely. I think firstly, I want to highlight that, when we talk about recovering or, being safe from infection, the first thing we talk about is our immunity. Now, what is immunity? Immunity is our body's internal defense mechanism, or the little soldiers which are running inside our body who fight viruses. Even when we talk about vaccines, and the interesting thing is that a vaccine also only stimulates your internal immunity. When we get vaccinated, fundamentally it's a dead virus, and our immunity jumps up to fight that dead virus, and in that process becomes heightened. But at the end of the day, the fighting is going to happen through our own immunity. And what is important to build immunity? Number one, vitamin C. We all know amla is something which is a very high source of vitamin C. Second is zinc. Now, all the nuts and flax seeds and all these seeds which we can have roasted, they are rich in zinc. Third thing is vitamin D. Getting adequate sunlight is very important, and if you already are low on vitamin D, the research has shown that you are most vulnerable to the virus infection, in getting the side effects or the adverse effects of the virus infection. So vitamin D is very important. Then vitamin E is very important, and normally a vegetarian diet gives you enough vitamin E from different nuts and oilseeds like almonds, like different oils. Now we all know that our gut bacteria is one of the very important bacteria which help us to build the immunity. Why? Because in our intestine, there's a gut bacteria who keeps our intestine healthy. Along with it, there is an immune system in our intestine which also directs immunity. So if our intestine is unhealthy, and how will it be unhealthy? Lots of tea and coffees, lots of fried food, a lot of maida and refined flour, lot of sugar. Sugar is very deadly in this time. High salt is very deadly in this time, and trans fats. So these are three things one has to stay away, and all of them are unfortunately found in packaged.
All right, so that's how we can eat healthy, and also, getting fit. That's been another big challenge for many people. And Sarvesh, if you could talk a bit about that, especially during the lockdown. I think a lot of people found it challenging to, carry out some sort of a physical regime of exercise during that time, and that's when yoga was something that a lot of people turned to, as it's something that's easy to do at home.
I think one thing that this pandemic has taught all of us is to look at health holistically and not just as one part. So, the practice of asana and yoga, which is for the physical body, the practice of pranayama and dhyana and yoga, which is for above the shoulder, which is the mind, and the third is Mitahara, which Dr. Shikhar just spoke about, which is the nutritional aspect. And I think since yoga doesn't require any equipment and it can be done in a 3 feet by 6 feet space, which almost every single person would have, everybody is turned to yoga. And interesting insights that we have been seeing overall is how people have started shifting to not wanting just the asanas, but also do dhyana and pranayama, because they are seeing a very, very large increase in anxiety, and that is leading into lack of sleep as well. So these two problems that we as a brand at least are seeing significantly kind of cropping up amongst people. And another interesting thing is females are being able to take the lockdown much more positively and in a much better manner than males, because the men are more kind of coming towards our app and saying, hey, I want to do a lot of more meditation, pranayama. Now I think people have started to realize that it's not easy to stay at home and just do things like how typically how women take care of the families and do a lot of other work as well, apart from people who work and go out and do all of that. But working out at home and the screen, which is your phone or laptop, has just increased tremendously.
All right. Well, that's interesting to know about the difference between men and women. I think this is something that we were also hearing during the course of the lockdown. But Mr. Singhal, if you could tell us a bit more about COVID cover and how easy is it to get it, and how is it different for different ages? If you could just explain to our viewers a bit about that.
Yeah, I think it's very relevant. See, if you look at it, you can buy this cover by visiting the website of insurance companies. It's not difficult at all. The regulator came out with very good, quick approvals for two products, I think Corona Kavach and Corona Suraksha, which is there. If you look at the average price of it, it's about 700 rupees for the entire year for a cover for Corona, which is there. It's not very expensive. Now, having said that, what I would still recommend is, okay, this is available. It's off the shelf and the waiting period is 15 days. I think so. If you buy this cover, 15 days from the time you buy this cover, it is on. No, so I think if you've not bought it, you should immediately buy it. But if you don't have a good health cover, I would strongly recommend think about it. No, the good health cover may cost you 4,000 to 5,000 rupees for a year. But if you heard what doctor just mentioned, that Corona can lead to heart problems also. It can also lead to different kind of other issues which can come up later also. Because a lot of studies also shows that even if you recover from Corona, it can have a lasting impact on some of your other organs, and which means treatment can be required further on also. So what I would recommend is that, okay, if you are falling short of cash and you can just afford, let's say, about 700 rupees in a year, then Corona you should cover, you should buy a specific Corona cover. But otherwise, buy a good health cover. It pays in the long run, and as you progress further and you take it on. To buy it is not difficult. You can buy through a huge army of agents that insurance companies have. You can buy directly from the web. You can approach brokers. So there's so many distribution network which is there, or you can just go to insurance company's website and buy from there. So it's a very, very easy process to buy, not difficult at all. And as I said earlier, the last thing you want to stress about is money for your treatment in a good hospital. So better to be safe, better to be covered, better to be happy.
Dr. Kaul, if you could also talk about, what you were saying earlier about, younger people also who have suffered from COVID are then afterwards feeling the impact on their health, or they're fatigued, on their heart as well. And so they shouldn't feel that it's just some disease that comes and goes and people are asymptomatic as well. There's a very real fear in this long-term impact of coronavirus.
Absolutely. I think in the beginning of the endemic, we're all on pandemic that young people tolerate it better, and it's the elderly people with comorbidities who have to be careful. Number one, it is the young people who go on roaming around and they feel they're absolutely fine. They come home and they bring in the problem and infect their father, grandfather, grandmother, and they are comorbid and they get into problems. Number one. Number two, young people themselves, we have seen again and again that there are a small percentage of people who become very sick. They have to go on ventilators. That is the extreme form. So nobody is actually totally protected from the consequence, the adverse effects of COVID. So at all ages, we have to observe all the things. And it was very nice hearing about the diet and food, but we must realize the most time-tested preventive measures from COVID continue to be distancing, continue to be wearing masks and repeated hand washing and hygiene. That is absolutely time tested. Other things are good adjuncts, you should do it. And also the comorbid people, hypertension, every third person in our community beyond the age of 40 has high blood pressure, whether he knows it or not. All high blood pressure patients have to control their blood pressure very well. Similarly, diabetics have to control their diabetes very well, meticulously, and both diabetes and hypertension can be much better controlled if drugs are combined with non-pharmacological methods like exercise, less salt, and all the good hygienic measures which we know. And the third category of patients, which we have a large number of patients, I think run in millions, people who already have a heart attack, people who have had a bypass surgery, people who have had an angioplasty, they again, number one, have multiple risk factors. Number two, they are more prone to morbidity, mortality, heart failure. They have to be extremely careful, take all their medicines, take all their statins, keep your cholesterol low. All that is extremely important. And the young people, the youngsters have to be very careful in not bringing infection to the home, and they have to be extremely careful on that. They may not suffer the worst, but they may make their family members, suffer too much, and very high mortality in that situation.
Right, absolutely. And Sarvesh, if you could talk a bit about, how to balance the tensions that everybody's seeing these days or feeling these days. Even young people are tense. Everybody's got some amount of hypertension.
Yeah, I think the simple exercises, I'll probably just split this into two parts. One is the pranayama. If people can just kind of do 3 pranayamas at any age group, which is the first one is Anulom Viloma, which is called the alternative nostril breathing. People of any age can practice that. The second is Bastrika, and there's another third pranayama called Ujjayi. You can just Google it, you can YouTube the videos, you'll get to know. Just that the Bastrika and Ujjayi, people with cardiovascular issues should be slightly more careful while doing it. Ideally, I'm sure they can find a yoga instructor with their guidance online, any of that instructor that they are most comfortable with. And most importantly, their sleep becomes much better.
All right. Well, and Dr. Shikha Sharma, if you could, for our viewers, what is your message regarding their nutrition, their immunity, and how they just need to eat a more balanced, healthy diet?
I think we should also see, that this is a silver lining in the dark clouds. And it is forcing us to look at our own health and the way we eat. Because for years, I think health professionals have been talking about that we need to eat healthier. We need to have more fruits, vegetables. We need to have more probiotics. We need to have more of salads. But people have not been following, thinking that, I'll see if I get sick. But today, Corona has said, no, your health comes first. So I will only say one thing, that in your daily diet, if you just do 5 things, the first is make sure you're having 2.5 liters of water. Second thing is cut down on high salt, high sugar, and trans fats. Third thing would be have a bowl of salad for both your meals. Third would be have 3 fruits a day of different colors. And finally, have multi-grains, have different kinds of grains, and cook them in healthy oils and not unhealthy oils. Those are the only 5 things we need to look at.
All right. And Mr. Singhal, your message, of course, is regarding that if you don't have any insurance cover, you need to go get it now. And I really feel that this is something that needs to be emphasized more and more so that people realize the kind of, the crisis your family can go through. And again, you don't want that kind of tension about economics when it comes to the health of your family.
So if you look at it, the interesting part is, and we have such a good panel here, and they'll vouch for it, the human brain is not wired to see risk. So if you ask anybody, they'll say कि सबको हो सकता है, मुझे नहीं होगा. It will happen to anybody and everybody, but not to me. I think that is the biggest fallacy which causes a lot of trouble to people as it progresses. So God willing, it should not happen to us. I fully believe that it should not happen to you. I pray for that. But what's the harm in taking a good cover? No, if you take a good cover, something goes wrong, you have less stress. And the other good part is, even nothing goes wrong with you, do you realize your money will get used by somebody who's falling ill? It will be for a good cause. No harm in buying an insurance. Be covered, be happy.
All right. And finally, Dr. Kaul, last message from you, if you could just emphasize to our viewers how it's very important to go to the hospitals if they're facing any kind of heart problem and not to just put it off because they're scared of, coronavirus.
Absolutely. It's very, very important is that we should not be scared to go to the hospital, not for trivial things, but for any major symptom which has come, which you're not able to explain, chest pain, shortness of breath, uneasiness, low blood pressure for no consequent reason, profuse sweating, and coughing, intractable cough without any other reason. You must go to the hospital, because if you have comorbidity, if you have COVID and you have heart problem, if you have blood pressure problem, is going to get spiraled into a big issue, and then we'll repent.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Kaul, for that. And thank you all the panelists for joining us on this show. So it's very important to have holistic health and also to ensure that your family's finances are safe. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.